Welcome to the ODWC Test Kitchen. My name's Smokey Solis, and today we're making baking pan deer sliders. These deer sliders are a great addition to any tailgate or family gathering that you might be having around the corner, but also it's a great way to get rid of that last season's deer meat that you might still have in your freezer. It's really simple. All you need is some deer meat and spices and some chopped onion and some rolls, and you're really good to go. Now to start, I already have the oven preheated to 400. The next thing we need to do is get these chopped onions sauteed until they're translucent, so let's get that started. So first off, we're gonna just cook these, saute them until they're translucent. You don't have to worry about them being all the way cooked through, as they will cook some more with the meat. All right, so the onions are just about done cooking. They're about translucent. So the next step is to add about 2 pounds of deer meat to that pan, and we're gonna make sure that it's thoroughly browned with those onions. All right, so while that meat's browning back there, we're gonna think about the spices that we wanna add into this dish. So today we're gonna use some salt and some pepper, and one of my favorite things to use is this ranch seasoning packet. But this is a great way to make things easy on yourself and just add it into really any dish that you'd like to add some great flavors. All right, so let's get our pepper in there. And this is just salt and pepper to taste for you. So to taste just means however you'd prefer. You don't want to over salt or over season this, just like you wouldn't want to do with any dish, but really just to what you prefer. We're just going to dump that whole ranch packet in there. You want to get this mixed around. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed in there. You don't want to really see any of that ranch powder on the meat. All right, so I finished up back there with the meat. It's just off to the side, cooling off for a second. And so now we're gonna focus on the rolls. Now right here, I have a sheet of the Hawaiian rolls from the grocery store. I think that these are a great choice for really any kind of little sandwich or slider that you're gonna do. You're gonna keep them as this sheet all together, and we're gonna just cut down horizontally, and you'll have one big top and bottom half. You wanna use a serrated knife for this. So next, I think this meat's cooled off quite a bit now. We're just gonna add probably about 2 cups of whatever kind of shredded cheese you want. I'm using a shredded cheddar mix. So it's gonna bring a little bit of tanginess into this dish. We're gonna mix that around. You want this cooled off so it doesn't completely melt. And we'll finish off the melting process in the oven. All right, so now that we got the cheese mixed in there, we're just gonna start adding it to our bottom half of the buns. You wanna try to get as much on there as possible without it overspilling. But you want these things packed. And now we're just going to flip the top sheet of buns onto it. See if we can do this well. Bloop. Your next step is to just brush some butter on top of these buns. It's gonna, of course, anything with butter on it's good, but that's gonna help them get toasted pretty well. All right, so now that we got those buns buttered up, we're gonna pop them into a 400-degree oven. We're gonna let that go for about 15 or 20 minutes or until they're golden brown on top. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes. I pulled these out of the oven. They're golden brown on top, just like we want them. And now the next step, you're just gonna take a spatula and cut down these seams here. I made this sauce just simply with some ketchup, mayonnaise, pickles, and some spices. I'm just gonna try one without it though. That is great. Check out this recipe, give it a try, experiment a little bit, and enjoy. That's so good. There, I think that'll be good.